Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Sasha Obama is done staying silent. With all the speculation surrounding her family, she has just exposed a shocking truth about her father, and how she strongly reacts to it speaks volume. This is a side of Barack Obama that nobody could have imagined. Join us as we unravel Obama's dirty secret that has left his very own daughter disgusted. Obama's dirty secret. Barack Obama, the 44th president of the United States, is widely regarded as one of the most influential leaders in American history. His ability to inspire, his intelligence, and his calm and collected demeanor have earned him admiration across political lines. His progressive policies and inclusive vision made him a symbol of hope for many. However, in recent times, unexpected claims have surfaced, casting doubts on certain aspects of his personal life. These allegations, if true, could challenge the public's perception of him. A wave of speculation began after reports emerged that Sasha Obama, his younger daughter, had disclosed information about their family's long-hidden secrets. This revelation ignited a media frenzy, prompting journalists and political commentators to revisit past incidents and statements that might support these claims. The resurgence of these theories has drawn attention to past controversies, fueling debates about the private life of the former United States president. Among the pieces of so-called evidence being examined is a Newsweek magazine cover from May 2012, which featured an image of Obama with a rainbow-colored halo behind his head. The accompanying headline, "The First Gay President," sparked curiosity and intense discussions. The phrase itself did not suggest that Obama was actually gay. Instead, it was meant to highlight his support for LGBTQ+ rights, especially after his public endorsement of same-gender marriage. The article was written by Andrew Sullivan, a well-known openly gay journalist who intended to portray Obama as a groundbreaking ally of the LGBTQ+ community. However, not everyone understood the article's original intent. Some conservative groups and political commentators twisted the headline to suggest something entirely different. They used it as an opportunity to fuel conspiracy theories, implying that Obama was secretly hiding his true intimate preferences. The cover image, coupled with the headline, became a tool for those seeking to spread doubt. Discussions on online forums and social media escalated, with people questioning whether there was an undisclosed aspect of Obama's marriage to Michelle Obama. These rumors continued to circulate despite the absence of any credible proof. The Newsweek cover, rather than being a moment of celebration for Obama's advocacy for LGBTQ+ rights, became ammunition for those pushing a different narrative. Suspicions also arose after historian David Garrow, a biographer of Obama, brought attention to a set of personal letters written by Obama in 1982. These letters, addressed to his ex-girlfriend Alex McNear, contained reflections on his thoughts and experiences as a young man. In them, he expressed certain fantasies involving men. While Obama himself clarified that these were only thoughts and not actions, the mere existence of these letters led to further speculation about his private life. What made these letters even more controversial was that they were not fully accessible to the public. Emory University had archived them with restricted access, allowing only authorized individuals to read them in person without taking notes or photographs. This limitation raised concerns about whether efforts were being made to keep sensitive details hidden. David Garrow suggested that journalists were hesitant to investigate further, possibly out of fear of backlash from political elites. Adding to the controversy was a resurfaced claim from 2008 made during Obama's first presidential campaign. A man named Larry Sinclair came forward making explosive allegations. He stated that he had engaged in an intimate encounter with Obama and that the two had used illegal substances together in 1999, back when Obama was still a senator in Illinois. According to Sinclair, he had met Obama in Chicago through a limousine driver. These claims emerged during an intense election battle between Obama and his Republican opponent John McCain. However, Sinclair's accusations were immediately met with skepticism. To determine the credibility of his statements, Sinclair underwent a polygraph test. The results indicated that he was not telling the truth, raising doubts about his entire story. Additionally, further investigations into Sinclair's background revealed a history of criminal activity. He had been arrested multiple times for fraud, forgery, and other offenses. His long record of deception significantly undermined his reliability, making his allegations appear more like an attempt to gain attention rather than a revelation of any real truth. Despite the inconsistencies in his claims and the failed polygraph test, some individuals remained convinced that Sinclair was telling the truth. They speculated that Obama's political team or even the government had intervened to discredit Sinclair and silence him. Interestingly, the story is only just beginning. Keep watching to find out the truth. Public reactions and sentiments. As soon as these revelations surfaced, the public and the media reacted with a mixture of shock and curiosity. Discussions erupted across news outlets, social media platforms, and political circles, dividing opinions. Some people dismissed it as a deliberate attempt to damage his legacy, while others viewed the information as a critical piece of insight that could alter perceptions of Barack Obama. Critics, especially from conservative groups, were quick to claim that these details were proof that Obama had intentionally hidden his intimate preferences from the public. As the controversy spread, social media became flooded with speculations and theories. Millions of posts debated the authenticity of the letters, with some questioning whether they had been altered to create a sensational story. Right-wing media outlets eagerly delved into the topic. Meanwhile, mainstream media took a more cautious approach, emphasizing that there was no concrete proof that Obama had ever been anything other than what he had publicly presented himself to be. Conservative commentators tried to face backlash for using personal letters as a political weapon. Critics accused them of exploiting an insignificant detail to fuel an agenda against Obama. Despite this, some tabloids continued to amplify the claims of Larry Sinclair, a man who had previously alleged a past encounter with Obama, even though Sinclair's credibility was widely questioned due to his history of fraudulent activity and his failure to pass a polygraph test regarding his accusations. With the media frenzy growing, conspiracy theories gained momentum across social media. On Twitter, the hashtag ObamaGay quickly trended, with countless posts fueling a range of narratives, some claiming Obama had always been secretly gay, while others went as far as suggesting that Michelle Obama was not actually a woman. These wild claims circulated rapidly, gaining traction among communities already inclined to believe in political cover-ups. Some individuals insisted that the Obama administration had deliberately hidden aspects of his private life for years. There were even claims that people close to him had been silenced to prevent any leaks. References to past statements made by comedian Joan Rivers resurfaced, particularly a remark in which she had joked about Michelle Obama being a man. Rivers' sudden demise shortly after making this comment only added to the conspiracy theories, with some insinuating that her passing was not a coincidence. Conservatives seized upon these speculations, weaving them into a broader narrative about secrecy, deception, and hidden truths within the political elite. The debate was no longer confined to political analysts and media figures. Public figures, including celebrities and politicians, also began weighing in. Some defended Obama, asserting that personal thoughts expressed in youth should not be used as ammunition in political battles. Others contended that his marriage to Michelle Obama had been carefully crafted for political purposes. LGBTQ+ advocates spoke out in his defense, arguing that speculation about his intimate preferences was irrelevant to his accomplishments as a leader. They emphasized that regardless of his personal life, Obama had contributed significantly to social progress, particularly in advancing LGBTQ+ rights in the United States. Hollywood figures joined the discussion, with some voicing their support for Obama, while others criticized the way the controversy was being handled. Despite the uproar, the controversy did little to shake Obama's reputation among his core supporters. His admirers continued to view him as a transformative leader who had made significant strides in civil rights, healthcare, and international diplomacy. They saw the renewed focus on his personal life as a distraction from more pressing political issues. As the storm of speculation continued, another unexpected revelation emerged, once again shifting the public's attention: Michelle Obama's true identity. For years, Michelle Obama has been celebrated as a figure of resilience, intelligence, and grace in her role as First Lady of the United States. She has been admired for her advocacy, her elegance, and her strong presence beside Barack Obama. However, beneath the widespread admiration, a controversial conspiracy theory has surfaced. Some believe that Michelle Obama is not actually a woman. This idea has been fueled by speculation regarding Barack Obama's private life, and while some debated that, others shifted their focus entirely to Michelle. The idea that Michelle Obama may not be biologically female has grown beyond whispers and scattered discussions, becoming a widely debated topic in certain circles. Many who believe in this theory claim that there are visible physical characteristics that set her apart from other women. Her stature is one of the most obvious indicators. She is notably tall and possesses a muscular build, features that have led some to question whether her body aligns more closely with male characteristics. One of the main arguments put forward relates to the biological differences between male and female skeletal structures. Scientists have long noted that men generally have broader shoulders relative to their hips, while women typically have wider hips than shoulders. Observers have pointed out that Michelle's body does not seem to fit this pattern. Her shoulders appear broader, while her hips are relatively narrow. This, combined with her facial features, has led some to believe that her physique is more consistent with that of a man. Another detail often scrutinized is the appearance of Michelle Obama's hands. In several photographs, her fingers appear long and somewhat rough, resembling what some describe as a more masculine hand shape. Some have gone so far as to analyze her hands using forensic techniques that examine finger ratios, a method used in determining biological gender. According to these analyses, some claim that her proportions lean more toward male measurements, making the evidence compelling enough to warrant serious consideration. Michelle Obama's level of physical fitness has also been brought into the discussion. Even as she has entered her 60s, she continues to display a remarkably toned and muscular physique. While regular exercise can certainly contribute to maintaining a strong body, some argue that her level of muscle definition is uncommon for women her age. They speculate that higher than average testosterone levels could be a factor, a trait more typically found in men or individuals undergoing hormone therapy. Beyond physical attributes, another incident has been cited as a key piece of evidence fueling this conspiracy theory. In a recorded speech from years ago, Barack Obama can be heard referring to his wife as Michael instead of Michelle. This slip of the tongue immediately caught the attention of conspiracy theorists who argued that it was not just an innocent mistake. This moment has been described as a major flaw in the supposed cover-up, a rare instance where the truth was allegedly exposed. Despite the widespread circulation of this theory, mainstream media outlets have largely ignored it. On social media, discussions surrounding this theory have often been flagged as misinformation, and those who raise the topic have faced backlash or censorship. This has only strengthened the resolve of those who believe there is something being hidden from the public. The repeated occurrence of this name mix-up in different instances has led some to believe that Michael was Michelle's original name before undergoing a gender transition. The spread of conspiracy theories has led some to dig deeper into Michelle's background, searching for evidence that might support the claims. There have been individuals who claim to have found inconsistencies in her personal history, ranging from missing childhood photos to speculation about records that allegedly do not align with the narrative of her life. Some have even suggested that Michelle once lived under a different identity before stepping into the role of Barack Obama's wife. These claims, however, remain unsupported by credible sources. The constant speculation and invasive scrutiny that the Obama family has faced undoubtedly take a toll. While Michelle has never directly addressed these claims in detail, some have noticed subtle changes in her public presence. Over time, she has made fewer public appearances, and when she does, she seems more careful in her discussions. Some say she has chosen to avoid addressing the rumors altogether to prevent giving them attention. Others argue that her silence speaks volumes, leaving room for more speculation, and this time it falls to their children. The Obama daughters, the truth exposed. Barack and Michelle Obama's daughters, Sasha and Malia, grew up in a world where their family was constantly under public scrutiny. Their childhood was anything but ordinary, shaped by the pressures of their father's presidency and the relentless attention of the media. They were not shielded from the countless conspiracy theories that swirled around their parents, some of which have questioned their very existence. As these theories spread, the girls were forced to navigate a reality where their family's personal history was a topic of debate. One of the most persistent rumors surrounding Michelle Obama revolves around the circumstances of her pregnancies. In her memoir, Becoming, she openly shared details about her struggles with fertility, revealing that she had suffered a miscarriage before turning to in vitro fertilization to conceive both Sasha and Malia. She described how, in her mid-30s, she came to the difficult realization that time was not on her side when it came to having children. The pressure of knowing that her ability to conceive naturally was slipping away led her to seek medical intervention. She also shared how the experience was emotionally and physically draining, particularly because much of it was endured alone. When Barack Obama began his political career as a state legislator, his demanding schedule often left Michelle to handle the painful IVF process on her own, administering hormone injections by herself in their home. Despite her candid revelations, skeptics found reasons to question her account. The absence of publicly available pregnancy photos fueled speculation, giving rise to the claim that Michelle Obama had never actually been pregnant. The idea spread rapidly across the internet, drawing in those who were convinced that there was something being hidden from the public. What should have remained a deeply personal experience became the subject of relentless debate. As people scoured photos and videos for any clues that might support their suspicions, the theory that Michelle Obama's identity is somehow different from what she claims has taken on a life of its own. While some dismiss it as a baseless internet joke, others see it as evidence of something far more significant. This debate has extended beyond casual gossip, stirring intense discussions across social media platforms. online forums, and even among mainstream commentators. Regardless of where people stand, one thing is clear: the controversy is yet to be cleared. Despite the endless rumors and accusations, the Obamas have managed to maintain their public image and dignity. Rather than allowing conspiracy theories to dictate their lives, they continue to thrive, focusing on their careers and personal endeavors. Their ability to withstand the storm of public speculation without letting it define them is a reflection of their resilience. They have cultivated an image of a close-knit, loving family in spite of the attempts to tear them down. One of the defining aspects of their public presence is the strong bond between Barack and Michelle Obama. No matter how many rumors circulate about Michelle's true identity, Barack has never shown any sign of doubt or distance toward his wife. In public appearances, they continue to display warmth and affection, holding hands and speaking fondly of each other in interviews and speeches. Their relationship, which has lasted for over 3 decades, stands in direct contrast to the claims that their marriage is somehow a fabrication. Rather than engaging with the speculation, the Obamas have chosen to focus on their family values. In interviews, they emphasize the importance of providing a stable and loving environment for their daughters. Raising children in the public eye is no easy task, but they have made it a priority to shield Sasha and Malia from unnecessary exposure. They have remained hands-on parents, carving out time for family dinners, vacations, and moments of simple joy. Since leaving the White House, the Obamas have embraced a new chapter in their lives, balancing privacy with continued public influence. They now reside in a lavish $1 million estate on Martha's Vineyard, an exclusive island retreat known for its upscale homes and breathtaking landscapes. Their residence, which boasts a private beach and elegant interiors, serves as a peaceful escape from the chaos of political life. Despite their wealth, they maintain a public image that is both approachable and relatable. Their post-presidency careers have been just as influential as their time in office. Barack Obama remains a powerful voice in global discussions, engaging in high-profile speaking events where his presence commands 6-figure fees. His focus has shifted toward humanitarian efforts, working on projects that promote leadership, democracy, and civic engagement. Meanwhile, Michelle Obama has carved out her own path, becoming a best-selling author with books that have inspired millions. The couple has also ventured into media production, founding Higher Ground Productions, a company dedicated to creating meaningful content. Their collaboration with Netflix has led to the production of documentaries and thought-provoking films that align with their vision of storytelling. This move into entertainment has allowed them to extend their influence beyond politics, shaping narratives that reflect their values and perspectives. Despite the relentless scrutiny, the Obamas continue to forge ahead, unshaken by the rumors that surround them. The conspiracy theories, no matter how widespread, have not hindered their success or change the way they present themselves to the world. If they are pretending, as some conspiracy theories suggest, they have certainly kept up the act remarkably well. In the meantime, the Obamas continue to live their lives, building on their legacy and focusing on the future. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.